So we just turned off the main Nanyuki Meru Road at the Total petrol stations in Nanyuki town. You can't miss them. There's two of them directly opposite each other. And you make a left down that road. It's a Nanyuki Rumuruti Road. And we're just now going right by the newest mall in town, the Seda Mall, where Java restaurant have set up, as well as KFC and many other common brands that you find in Nairobi, at the malls in Nairobi. So that's really done a lot for Nanyuki town, as far as making it more convenient for people to enjoy modern conveniences. So we're now going through what we call the Indian Quarter. This is probably the oldest part of Nanyuki town. Indian Quarter because this is where a lot of the Asians settled. The railway line from Nairobi terminates at Nanyuki town. In fact, Nanyuki is famously called in Kiswahili Mwisho wa Reli, which basically means end of the railway line. And so a lot of those Asian railway workers ended up settling in Nanyuki way back when, and settled in the Indian Quarter, and that still exists today. But I love that part of Nanyuki's heritage because it's not some random place that just came out of nowhere, but you know, there was rhyme and reason for its founding in the first place, which is probably why the railway line terminates in Nanyuki town. We also have great investments such as the Falcon Heights Hotel, which is probably the nicest place to stay in Nanyuki town, unless of course you're staying at the Mount Kenya Safari Club, which, you know, that's a bit more high end. I believe there you'll be paying 22,000 shillings a night to stay. Falcon Heights, you're looking at somewhere about 10,000 shillings a night, bed and breakfast, and by far the nicest place to stay in town. Lots of other developments, housing developments. We're just going through or right past one of them, actually taken up by the British Army altogether. There's quite a number of homes that they've taken up for their senior officers, housing and so on. So a lot of investments are being made in Nanyuki, which is a good sign for its future. Another great reason for you to invest in Nanyuki. So don't get left behind. We're just passing it. That's the one on the right. Very decent housing complex, if I say so myself. And just up ahead, we're gonna go past the new British Army base. They used to occupy, and I believe they still do, the old Agricultural Society of Kenya showgrounds. And I believe because of their numbers and the space requirements, they bought land from the Kenya government right next to the Kenya Air Force Base on my left. Also another historic installation, the Kenya Air Force Base. This is where our fighter planes take off from. If you've ever watched the public holiday stadium events presided over by our president, and you know, the planes do the flybys, this is actually where they take off from, Nanyuki. Right? And I believe they're in Nairobi within something like 6 minutes on average. I wish we could drive that fast, but still not too far. And right next to them is a new British Army base, who have contributed a lot to Nanyuki's economy. There's always thousands of soldiers in Nanyuki training and doing joint exercises with the Kenya Army. And this is what they do. So another good reason to be in Nanyuki.